This is me, the day I graduated engineering school. I was the confident smile and maintained beard. I was so happy and optimistic that day, ready to start my career. This is me a few months later. Notice the bored expression and lack of meaningful accessories. Beardless, careerless, living with my parents, slightly depressed, and slowly losing my mind. Case in point, when I said,
Wonder what you multiply root 2 by to get a whole number.
decimal math is stupid and hard and I hate it. Computers do too, unsurprisingly. So what I like to do is multiply decimals and fractions by what I call an integer multiplier. It's a whole number that takes everything in an equation and makes them whole numbers, like fraction busting, but for decimals. While this could be a multitude of 10, numbers like these don't make that possible, and numbers like these mean that there are smaller numbers you can multiply them by. Let's talk about square roots. How do you calculate them? Well, if it's the product of a number asexually reproducing, it's pretty easy. Square root of 100, 10. Square root of 25, 5. 2 1/4, 1.5. But for every other number out there, it's not that they don't have parents, it's just their parents went to go get milk in the quantum realm. Square root of 2, 1.414213573095145474621858. Finding the integer multiplier is easy with fractions. It's already called the least common denominator, but decimals aren't that easy. And thanks to ancient doo-doos like Gogu and Pythagoras, every little triangle has a side that has that fancy doodly did check mark that hero made. That means working with triangles usually involves a lot of decimals, most commonly long decimals.
I don't like dealing with long decimals, plus I'm incredibly bored, so I wrote like 7 lines of Python to find root 2's integer multiplier for me. Oh, it worked. Okay, it took a little bit longer than expected. What are we gonna do? I know. Give me a second. There we go. 3 lines later, a few more variables, blah, blah, blah. Now we're gonna go up to 1,000,000. Yeah, it seems good. All right, start. You know what's faster than 4 cores? 12 cores. And when that was taking way too long, I decided to upgrade my computer from God knows whatever CPU I originally put in there to a 3900X. And because we only have like 2 more lines of code, Python's really easy, and copy the project 23 times, we can run 24 versions of it at the same time. Plus, a couple other lines, and, now it just keeps track of how long it takes to do, like 2, 3, 4 seconds, and then writes it all into an Excel file for me. Because, why not? I think it's time for a faster language.
What's going on? Do I see some pattern emerging here? Well, I am playing the chaos game. This looks like it could be kind of familiar.
C++ took 10 lines of code and MATLAB took 8. Programming isn't hard. Now, I wrote it in C++ because it's the first language I ever learned. And I use MATLAB because, well, that's all my engineering degree is good for nowadays. That and, like, SolidWorks. So now we're just gonna let them run, and I'll post the results in Google Doc. See which one's faster, you know? Why not?